In this video, I'm going to talk about test anxiety because this is a season where all the students are gearing up for the exams and parents also must be experiencing a lot of anxiety, even more than their children. So this video is for the parents as well as the students who are going to take up exams shortly, and also those who are preparing for competitive exams. So here I'm going to share some psychology behind this test anxiety and how do we approach this test with a positive attitude. So first of all, when I talk about the term test anxiety, it is all about the uneasiness and the worrying, always worrying about the test and feeling more nervous, not only during the test but also before the test, and even it continues after the test. So also we could see a lot of students who have failed in the exams also take up a very wrong decision of even going up to the suicide also. So this anxiety is something which is not only going to be affecting the test, but also it continues after the test because the students continue to worry about their performances. So here in this video, some psychological tips will be shared so that you can ace the test with a positive attitude. So first of all, we need to understand this term anxiety in a psychological point of view. It is not uncommon for a person to have anxiety at all. It is very, very common for anybody to have anxiety, a moderate anxiety for the exams, and in fact, it helps us for better performance. In fact, all the students need that moderate amount of anxiety for the test to do it really well, because it increases our senses, our concentration, and also all the executive functions of the brain to do really well for the test. Let's imagine a test is like announced in the classroom. There will always be 5% of the students who are like don't even bother, don't care about it, the test announcement will not even bother them or concern them. So it's like they are very cool, super cool. And another 5% are like overwhelmed by the information about the test. They think like, okay, what happens if I fail the test? What am I going to do? What if my friends are going to get good marks, more good marks than me? What if my cousin is going to get good marks? And all these are the negativity which will be completely around these kind of 5% of people who are going to react with overwhelming anxiety, and the rest is the normal average people who can respond to the test with the moderate anxiety, which will help for the superior performance also. But this one, generally everybody feels anxiety, but when it goes out of hand, it is going to have an impact on our test performance also. Imagine a lot of times you would have heard students talking about it, like I forgot everything during the exam, I really prepared well, but I went blank. And also parents also hear all this kind of sad stories about their children writing the exam, and they say that, if I did not take up this last 10 mark questions, I couldn't finish within time, and I couldn't really focus on the test, and I felt very negative about it. So all these are the signs and symptoms of anxiety, and more than this, your children can also experience symptoms in terms of their physical health also, that they can even feel it in the body. It's like stomach getting upset before the exam and frequently have to use the restrooms, and also palpitations, and all these are like typical symptoms of anxiety. And who will experience this kind of anxiety mostly is those people who are like pressurized with the unrealistic expectations from the parents as well as from the society and also from within. And also students who are like perfectionists, who wants everything to be perfect, and who are like having unrealistic pressure or putting a lot of pressure on their own self. And also children, like students who are like already having some anxiety issues, or like who are having some setbacks in their own life and a lot of stress or outside pressures if they're experiencing, like the recent loss of their loved ones, or any other issues which has happened in their family, or any other financial tension their family is undergoing, or their parents fighting. All this can have an impact on the children's performance. So these people are more susceptible to test anxiety compared to other students. So anxiety is a part and parcel of life, but when it is going out of hand, how do we look into it? There are only 3 ways we can handle these kind of test anxiety. The first one is, as all of us know, preparation is the only way to actually handle this test anxiety. So students who are really prepared well would not face this kind of anxiety, especially during the exams. And the next thing is to have a positive attitude. Even though some students are prepared very well, still they say that I'm feeling this anxiety. That's because like they are super negative, they are very pessimistic. So it's very important that we garner this positive attitude towards the test. And the third thing is you need to know how to handle the outside pressures, what you're facing in your life situations also. Let's go to the first one. It's about the preparation. Students who are like well prepared through proper study habits, and the worst study habit is like, not getting organized in your workplace, or maybe in your table. If you're not organized, if you're like very messy, these are all like not the right the right characteristics of a good study habit or a good student. So what we would expect is you need to organize your study place and also have good study plan. And cramming a day before, especially during the night, it's also definitely not a good habit, and it's not going to help in the retrieval of long-term memory also. It's not going to go to the long-term memory, and it's actually a waste of time. Your exams are like, actually what is, again I have to talk about the reason why we are going to write the exams and what is the attitude you have towards the exams. The whole idea behind the exams is to educate you about the information in terms of your knowledge, your skills and your attitude. But when the changes are not going to be permanent, especially if you're just going to cram before a night, before the exam, it's not going to be useful, because you might forget everything after a week or so. Then what's the purpose of education? And doesn't help again. And I've seen people like who are going to spread all the notes even before the exam hall, saying that I can remember very well when I study, especially 10 minutes before the test. That's again not a good study habit. So you need to follow a proper study habit. Only then we can say that you can beat the exam anxiety. So good preparation is the antidote for test anxiety. That's the first thing. The next thing is the attitude. What is the attitude you're going to have towards a test? When I say the word test or exams, what comes to your mind? Some student may think it like, it's like a threat for me, and people are like testing me, and it's like they are like literally trying to punish me by these kind of things. I don't know who invented or who discovered this damn test. But there is other way to look into it. A good student, especially, how they take this attitude towards a test is, this is the opportunity for me to showcase my hard work, and it's like marks are the rewards for my performance in the test. So there is an opportunity for you to prove your hard work and studies. So that's how you should take it, and this is like a stepping stone for going to the next level also. And the grades are the outcome of your hard work. So this is one way to look into it, and also you're like, getting more knowledge and learning. That is also going to be like, nobody can take it away from you. That's the greatest treasure you're taking into your mind and storing it for a long-term purposes. Especially you can apply it in your work-related areas. So it is very important to check your attitude towards tests, and it's always important to garner positive attitude. And especially when exams are around, people get into a lot of negative thinking about, I'm going to fail the test, I'm going to forget everything, and the relatives are going to laugh at me, my cousin is going to bully me. All these are kind of negative thinking which always goes through the student side, and this is again a symptom of anxiety, a cognitive symptom of anxiety. So what we can do is, try training your brain by giving a lot of inputs about positive thinking. It's like when your mind especially says like, I'm a failure, say that I can't do it. And when it says that you can't finish this test, it's too overwhelming, you say that I can prepare well, I can follow a proper study plan, I can do it. So this is the kind of antidote you give for all your negative thoughts, and fill your mind with positivity. It's very important that we fill our mind with positivity. And the third thing is about handling your pressure. For this, you need to follow some proper relaxation techniques, and also following proper lifestyles like eating on time and doing proper exercise, any kind of cardio or yoga or meditation, whatever comes handy for you. And also to sleep, especially for 6 to 8 hours before the exam. And it's very important that not only before the exam, generally also you need to follow this time pattern of like 6 to 8 hours. I've seen a lot of students cramming a day before the session, before the test and all that, and generally they have this night study habits, which is not very recommended one for us, a good study habit. It's always recommended that you get up early in the morning to study. That's how your brain is also tuned. That's how the nature works. So try to change your study plan. Some students say that I can really work hard and work well during the nights. But if you're going to have the same habit and before the exam, it's going to be really tough. So try to change your study habit patterns also, and have a proper lifestyle, which itself will take care of this test anxiety. And also try following some things like, which relaxes you instantly, like, watching a movie or listening to a song or going out with friends. Have some reward pattern, especially after your studies and all that, or after your exams. So it's very important that you take a much needed break and relax yourself. And also follow deep breathing and relaxation techniques, which I've already discussed in my another video. I'll give a link to that. Students and parents, whoever is listening, you can just click the link for understanding the deep breathing technique, which is going to be very handy, especially before the exams as well as during the exams. So in this video, I talked about how do we handle the very common thing, that is a test anxiety, which all the students are going to experience during the test. And even in my days, I've experienced it a lot. So generally, by following these techniques, you can definitely beat the test anxiety. And in the forthcoming video, I'm going to discuss tips about how to take the test. Even though you're prepared very well, there are some problems when we execute it, or when we are going to give the test where the students terribly fail. So in the next video, I'll be sharing a lot of important tips about how do we take the test, that is the test taking skills. So stay tuned with this video. Take care. Bye.